Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. Tonight we have a guest of youngsters. We're going to talk about the elections, the fears, the frustration. We're going to talk about a number of things on this election, presidential elections. Our guests here, we're going to allow them to voice who they are, and we're going to bring them onto the show. So, who are you?
Um, my name is Zuri Staley. I'm 15, and I live in Sacramento, and I go to Sakai.
Okay.
I'm Waji Staley. I also go to Sakai. I'm 17 years old.
My name is Kamari Staley. I go to PS7 Middle. I am 13 years old.
Okay.
My name is Micaiah. I'm 10 years old and I go to PS7 Elementary.
Okay. Okay. Sister.
My name is Kat Haynes. I'm the grandmother, and age is just a number.
Right. Now, this is the Wendell Elamine James Show, and we're speaking to the youth today. We're showing their frustration. We're showing their concern about this election. This election's affects a lot of people, not just the elderly, the old people. This affects the youth. This is the first election that I know of where the youngsters are concerned about the election. So we're going to bring the youngsters on today, and we're going to ask some questions about the election to the youngsters, allow them to voice their frustration, to vent a little bit. So we want to bring the youngsters on and allow them to speak a little bit. What did you think about the election before the elections?
Before the election, it was absolute chaos. It was uh, people were talking about a racist person being in the White House. People were talking about they didn't want a woman to be in the White House, and honestly, I didn't really thought Hillary was great. I thought she would be. Well, we had a black president, and then we get a woman president. Like
Right.
things are really changing now.
Right,
But then I'm talking about Trump, and a lot of people supporting him, even though he's racist and he's a businessman. So he's never really had office before, and
Right.
it's kind of scary.
okay. Right.
Before the election, we had actually seen the election on the news in my class. We were watching it. We were also doing our lesson, and I couldn't really focus because I seen that Hillary was losing. So many people supported her, but she was losing in many states. And I just couldn't really believe that a lot of people really wanted Trump to be president. After I seen the results, I don't. It kind of it bummed me out a little bit
Right,
because
right.
I don't know what's gonna happen. It kind of scares me. I don't know what he's capable of doing. Yeah.
I didn't really know much about the election, but I was only like in my mind I was thinking, oh my god, I hope Trump loses. Like that's what I was thinking. My friends would tell me, oh, Hillary won this one, but Trump's winning this one. People are voting for Trump. All these racist, and that kind of scared me, because I'm thinking, we can have a president that doesn't know what he's doing, and then we have these other countries like taking advantage of that.
Right, right.
They could be dominant over us while we have a president who doesn't know what he's doing.
Anything about presidency?
It's really scaring me.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. What do you?
Well, I'm just, I don't really know anything about the election. But I think I don't want Trump to be our president. He's this.
He's not somebody you want in office. He's not somebody you want to be the president.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Why?
Cause like it's like the stuff that he talks about, it's like it could persuade kids to act like him in the future.
Right. Okay. My sister.
Well, I was just as surprised as everyone about the election. I was flabbergasted that he got as far as he got. I was flabbergasted that he got in the game. How did he get in the game? We have to have qualifications for jobs. We have to have a resume that supports um, the fact that we want a particular job, we think we're qualified for a particular job. So, we have to come up with a resume and experiences, actual experiences that show, yes, this person has experience and can very well do this job and should be considered. He has nothing.
Yes.
And I just don't understand how, it's just so unreal. And the fact that people are, say things like they're dazed and, it goes beyond the normal, right? It goes beyond, it's like a paradigm shift. We've heard that his wife doesn't want to live in the White House. She wants to hang out in New York. And it's like, what are we doing here? What's really going on? What kind of system is this? And this is not the system that our young people are accustomed to. This is not how it's supposed to play out. So, I'm just surprised and concerned.
Right. Well, we know that we have a president-elect, Donald Trump. He's in office. We had people that went out and voted. We had some people didn't vote, and they had the right to vote. Now, just recently, in years past, women couldn't vote, blacks couldn't vote, we couldn't vote. We just recently, in years past, were allowed to vote, given the right to vote. We couldn't vote at one time, right? Then the women were brought in after the black folks, us black folks was allowed to vote. Women was allowed to vote, right? So we have the right to vote. Now the thing is that if given that right, are you going to use that? Are you going to use the right to vote? It's like you're going to school. Are you going to go to school and get an education? Or are you going to go to school and hang out? You got a choice once you get there, because once you leave home, you at school. Your mother don't know what you're doing. Your father don't know what you're doing. You're at school, right? So it's your choice whether you're going to go get an education or you're not. You're going to hang out with the fellas, so to speak, right? So the same thing about grown-ups. Grown-ups sit around and they say what they're going to do, right? We're going to vote. I don't want to vote. My vote don't matter. Well, how you know your vote don't matter if you don't vote? You have the right to vote, but you say your vote don't matter, but you don't know unless you vote. Okay, voting has happened. We got to elect President Donald Trump. California did what it's supposed to done. California voted Hillary Clinton in as president. The southern states didn't do that. They didn't go out and vote. All these prestige colleges in the South, all these people going to school, right? But they don't get out and vote. You have the right to vote. In this country, you're in the richest country it is in the world. You have the freedom of speech. Say anything you wanted to say in this country. In certain countries, you say certain things, they cut your tongue out your mouth. You do certain things. But in this country, you can do anything you want to do. You have the right to vote, right? So now we have years past in elections, youngsters that they had no voice. They didn't say nothing about the elections. But now in 2016, going in 2017 presidency, we have the youngsters concerned about the elections. What's going to happen now? They're saying that we have a Ku Klux Klan in office. We have a racist in office. We have a womanizer in office. We got a president that don't care nothing about women, period. Talks about them. Talks about handicap. Talks about people, blacks, sending people back to their countries, deporting them. Talking about putting a fence up around Mexico. You see, what do we do about that? Okay, now, the thing is that I tell people down today is that he's in office for the next 4 years. Only way that he's going to get out of office is he's impeached, okay? And it looks like that's going that way because he's going to spend half the time in the White House and half the time not. You can't do that being the president. You got to be seated in the White House, right? You have to be seated in the White House. He has a wife that said, well, I'm going to stay out here because my son is going to school, so I'm going to stay out here until he finishes school, and then I might go in the White House. No, you're first lady. You're supposed to be in the White House with your husband. So that's a double there, right? So they're marking things down on how we're going to do this. We're going to impeach him, or other things may happen. We don't know, right? But the young people are concerned about their friends being deported. whether they're going to go to school tomorrow, and Ishmael, is he going to be in school tomorrow, or is he going to be deported after he get home from school? Or when he get home from school today, is his mother and father going to be there when he get home from school? We concerned about that. You know, our friends might be deported back to the country, back to the Middle East, back to whatever country they come from. And that's a concern. You should be concerned about that. Because, see, if we, the adults, if we don't give an example, what are we giving you? Right? You are our future. You are our future. You're the next presidents. You're the next senators. You are our future. If we don't give you an example on what should be done, what do you look forward to? That's just like the guy walking down the street sagging, 60 years old, 70 years old sagging. What can you get from him? Absolutely nothing. You know, sag, talk outside his mouth, say things that he don't know what he's saying. You see, so we have to give the youngsters, the young people, you know, something to look forward to. What do you want out of this election?
Out of this election, honestly, he said he wanted to make America great again. Then, honestly, I hope he does whatever that he means about making America great again. Because honestly, it doesn't matter who. Well, it does matter who's the president, but I just wanted to like live in a safe environment and be like have the freedom to like vote and do whatever I want and like be someone when I grow up.
Okay. Now he says, Donald Trump says, making this country great again. We just had Barack Obama in office. It's great. He got what they call the racial profiling. He got that at a standstill. Donald Trump talking about bringing it back. You know, he got the Barack Obamacare. He got medical for across the board for people. Donald Trump talking about taking it. You see, so the country is great now. So he's talking about making it great again. Well, what are you talking about? Where you living at? You live in a bubble somewhere? You're not seeing what's going on in our country? You know, I mean, we got drive-by shootings that President Barack Obama, he put a hand on and said, wait a minute, this got to stop. Trump is talking about we got to protect our police officers. We got to make sure that they have the right to do certain things. We got the right to kill people at random. Making it great again? I don't think so. What do you think? What do you think about this country? About the election?
Well, the president, he's supposed to protect citizens. I don't see how he's helping if he's trying to move a lot of people out. Like, deport everybody who was born here, who actually have their rights. He's just kicking them all off, and it's just a lot of racism.
Sure.
Like, he says make America great again. I usually ask myself, when was America actually great before?
Now, he's saying build a fence around the border. He's saying immigration. If you're in this country, if your paper's not right, we're going to get you out of here. Immediately. He ain't talking about we're going to have a process. We're going to get you out immediately. That's what he said. As he ran for office, that's what he said. We're going to deport you immediately. Right? So this has the people that's from different countries here working, you know, here for a better life. This country was built on immigrants. Donald Trump is an immigrant. His wife is an immigrant. Right? So this country was built on immigrants. What is he talking about? What do you think?
Well, my whole opinion about this election, I just feel like it's one of those moments where, like, we're talking about how someone is bad but ends up being good. Like, that's how I hope it ends up, because, like, he's talking about making America great. I feel like it's great right now. It was great with Obama, and I feel like it stays great. It gets even better. And he's talking about, oh, we're going to deport you all back to your countries. And I'm thinking, one, that doesn't make any sense, because we were built on immigrants.
Right.
And two, what I think is when you deport immigrants, you're basically kind of deporting our future. Like, let's say we have a Mexican kid. He's like, you're going back to Mexico.
Mhm.
He sends us to Mexico. That could have been a future doctor who cures
Exactly.
cancer or something.
Exactly.
That could have been a doctor.
Exactly.
Oh no, but he's gone now, and that's your fault.
Right.
And once it turns against you, you can't do anything about it.
What you think?
Well, I think like it could like destroy your friendship with someone that's like really close to you. Like like if there's like your mom or your dad that has to be deported, what are you gonna do?
Right. Right. You don't. Your mother and father's gone. What are you gonna do? You know, you establish a friendship in school with the peers in school, and all of a sudden you come to school tomorrow and your friend's not there. That friendship is gone. You might never see him again. You know. What you say, my sister?
Well, you know, as you said, this is the first time that young people have really been in tune to the election and to what is going on, what is happening. Excuse me. And my concern is for their mental health and well-being. How do we make them feel comfortable with the reality we're sitting in right now? How do we make them feel secure? And how do we make them feel safe? And how do we make them feel that there's nothing that they need to do that is exaggerated? I don't want kids to feel, boxed in or they're in a spot and they have to do something that they would not normally do because they're operating in fear,
Right.
right?
Right.
You don't want them to be influenced by maybe someone taking advantage of their fear and saying, "Hey, let's go do this or let's do that." Those are the things that I'm concerned about. But I think the comfort is in knowing that we know how they feel, that we hear them and that we're listening to them and that we're telling them that there's nothing to be afraid of. Don't be afraid,
Right.
you know.
Right.
My grandson called me and told me he wanted to talk to me about the election, and I said sure, and he was like, well, I'm not feeling real good about what's happening. I'm, feeling not in a safe, secure space. I'm not feeling comfortable about this. And we just had a long talk about it, and I think that he's his feelings is indicative of what's going on in our schools right now. Every morning you wake up and you listen to the news, and you have children scrawling profanity and racist things on the walls in the school, or saying things on the school bus that are negative and hurtful. So we have to really be mindful as adults in terms of what's going on. And make sure that they understand what's going on and what their role is. And their role is to keep moving forward. Right? Keep going to school.
Right.
Keep doing what you know is the right thing to do.
Exactly.
Don't be afraid to feel what you feel. Right?
Exactly.
And you just continue to do the right thing.
Exactly.
Right? And you be mindful that we're living in changing times. These are changing times, right? You have someone that has no political experience whatsoever and is talking about making something great again. What, from a billionaire's point of view,
Exactly.
someone from a privileged point of view? Who's going to be, what does the great America look like? What color is the great America? What kind of great America are you talking about, right? And I think that that's the problem, because you can only move from where you are, what you're made of, what you're built from, right? And I don't see what we have in common with him, right?
Exactly. We have the president-elect. He'll be sworn in January as the president of the United States of America. And with the youngsters, the youth, I want to tell you guys, it's business as usual. As we've been doing, it's business as usual. We've experienced racism all of our lives. You know, I mean, this it's like a circle. We go on around in a circle again from the '60s, '70s, '80s, '90s. We're in 2000s now, right? 2016, and it's business as usual. You shouldn't be afraid because, you know, we have control over what's in front of us. Only person that can change it is us. The fears that you have, don't have the fears. Because it's gonna, you know, things are gonna work out the way that it should. You know, we just vehicles. We just working. We got somebody greater than us. Somebody greater than us, right? And that's which is greater than us is not gonna allow it to happen. And we've come this far. You know, we're not going back. We just got to move forward. So the fear that you have, your friend's gonna be in school tomorrow. After what's this Thanksgiving vacation right now?
Mm-hmm.
After the vacation, when you go back, they'll be there. Their parents was going to be there. Donald Trump is backsliding right now. He's saying certain things right now that, okay, the Obamacare, I might not do this now, he's saying. Or I might not do this now. Okay, but Donald Trump is about money. He's a billionaire, right? And his money comes out of real estate. He has properties in India. Showed on the news last night. He's with these people in India. They're building stuff in India. His thing's about money. So he's not going to spend most of his time in the White House, but he'll spend most of his time checking on his money. Can't do that. You can't do that. So they say the pendulum is swaying. It's going to fall, right? Because he don't know what he's doing. He's not even president. People are running him. They're telling him what to do.
Right, they have to.
They're telling him what to do. So he don't know what to do. He know about making money, but about running the country, he don't know how to run the country. He's putting his cabinet together, and he's got to go in and sit down with his cabinet, and somebody got to tell him, hey, I think he's the right pick. He's not the right pick. Whatever. All these people he's put in office. So he don't know what he's doing. But what we have to do is continue what we're doing. We got to keep our eye on the road. You know, we got to keep moving forward. You know, go to school, keep getting good grades. Don't go to school and allow that person that don't know what he's talking about to influence you to do something that you wouldn't normally do. Okay? You guys keep on getting education. See, because you might be the next president.
Because we now know anybody can be president.
You know what I mean? We have actors. You know, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Ronald Reagan was president. They're actors. Now we got a billionaire president. So if they can be president, we can be president. We just got to keep our eyes on what we're supposed to keep it on. Keep on moving forward. Because we can be anything we want to be. In this country, you can be anything you want to be in this country. Okay? And I'm going to show you. We got a black president. Never happened before. In the history of presidency, have never happened before. Right? We got a woman president, would have made it. She would have made it. Something happened. We don't know whether the ballots are behind the building or what, but, you know, something happened.
Because she won the popular vote.
Exactly.
By a landslide.
Just,
no doubt.
Yes, she did.
Yes.
Yes, she did. So something happened.
Yeah.
You know, they haven't disclosed it yet. They might know already what happened, but they haven't disclosed it to the public. But something happened. So we have to continue doing what we're doing because, see, we can't allow us to become water and oil. It don't mix. You put water and oil together, it don't mix. So we can't allow us to become part of that. We have to continue doing what we're doing, right? Because 20 years from now, don't tell them what you're going to be.
I want to be a photographer.
There it is. You're going to be a photographer. If you want to be a photographer, you're going to be a photographer. What you want to be?
Engineer.
How about the president? Okay, engineer. Okay. I just put that in here. But anyway, engineer, you're going to be engineer.
Yeah.
That's what you want to be. What you want to be?
A lawyer.
I need you. I need you. That's right. I need you. We're going to prime you now. I need you. You're going to be a lawyer. Yeah. What you going to be?
YouTuber.
Who?
YouTuber.
What is that?
it's like
Educate me. What is that?
like you make a YouTube channel, you like play games, do something viral, you put it on YouTube.
Okay, okay. So you're gonna be a programmer. You're gonna program. You're gonna make programs. That's what you're gonna do.
Television production via YouTube.
Yeah. You're gonna be that. You're gonna be that. That's right. See, so we can be anything we want to be in this country. You know, I got a TV show. Whoever thought that I would have a TV show in this country? I can do anything I want to do. So you guys can do anything you want to do. Don't let these little fears or you go to school and these people are talking about things that don't make no sense to you and catch your ear. Don't let that happen. Keep on walking. Don't get stuck in stupid stuff. Because that's what it is, stupid stuff. Stupid is, stupid was. If it's stupid in, it's still stupid. So don't get caught up in it. You know what I mean? You gotta just keep on doing what you guys are doing. You know, Forrest Gump. You know what? We know Forrest Gump. You seen that movie, Forrest Gump?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He said, life is like a box of chocolate. You never know what you're gonna get. You guys got the whole box of chocolate. You do what you want to do with it. When you want to do it. Okay? So don't let nobody take your box of chocolate from you. Use that box of chocolate where you guys want to use it, when you want to use it, how you want to use it. Only person that's in control of that box of chocolate is you. All right? All right, go to school, get education, and be what you want to be. I like for you to be the president, though, but it's just me, you know. It's just me. It's just me. So what we're going to do, we're going to bring you guys back and allow you guys to have another segment because this is interesting. This really is. We want to let society and our community to know that the old folks got the youngsters concerned about the election. What we gonna do in the next 4 years? What's gonna happen in the next 4 years? If he runs the whole next 4 years, what's gonna happen? We want the old folks to know what you did straight out of line. Or maybe that box of ballots behind the building or something. I don't know. I'm just saying though. Okay, but we want to bring you guys back and have you guys have another 30-minute segment. You guys like to do that?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Okay, so we're going to bring you guys back, and we're going to do this again, all right? Right on, right on.